5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, folks.
I wasn't ready yet. Wait a minute.
Yeah, bring it in. There you go. Good job, Allie. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Real News Podcast. We are here with, thanks again for tuning in. We are here with
Allie,
Justine,
Alvy. So, and I decided to bring us in. I'm
Mikey.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah.
Good job.
Doing a great job today.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Proud of you.
I really appreciate it. That really boosts my ego.
Usually we're like the guy bringing us in to be better looking, but you did a good job today.
Yeah.
You guys are great fluffers. Ego fluffers. That is. Don't let your mind go and run in different ways.
It's all in the cheeks.
So, oh yeah, nice. All right, cool. Well, so we got a couple stories we're gonna come into. Maybe we'll talk a little bit of politics.
Shit. Man down. Man down.
Sort of explain the
God, you didn't even give me time. You already posted my job.
Shut the fuck up. So, stop fucking interrupting me. Trying to explain the format of the show. We really don't have a format. We try to find silly news stories. And sometimes they're not so silly. And sometimes we get into a little bit of politics.
My name is Mike.
That was very good, Al. You are very good.
It's like he said it before you did.
Yeah, I know. Because this was all scripted. Remember, we went over in the production meeting.
Yeah.
It's almost like while he's editing it, he voiced over as it was going, but before you said it.
My editing skills aren't that great.
You are spectacular.
I know. Anyway, next time we'll just use Al's voice and I'll just move my lips.
Yeah.
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 Bruh.
Voice can't go deep enough to do Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you know his dick drags on the ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, Allie, do you got a story you want to start with you? Or
how was your week? I haven't seen you guys for a while. Anything
thanks
new?
for cutting me off, Dad. Thank you so much.
Well,
That's my job.
We come back to you, Al.
He's just protecting you is all he's
Oh
doing.
wow. Okay.
How was your week, Allie? Let's start with you.
Anything cool happen?
That's great. Anyway, how's your weekend now?
No, just work.
Yeah, same shit, different day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any interesting stories that happened? Any like weirdos or whatnot?
Creepers.
Well, yesterday, I was at work, typical work day. Stu comes in with like his Doberman, and then I'm assuming he's asking a question about the escalators because they're always broken, and people just come in and ask us that all the time. All right.
Stop being so fucking disruptive. We're trying to hear the fucking story.
But anyways, can you shut the fuck up?
Ooh, burn.
Justin, stop.
We're losing attention quickly. Allie,
God,
please
dick.
continue.
Anyways, as I was saying, Stu came in with his Doberman, and then he was like, why the hell is the store across from you, like, their gates closed? And I was like, I don't know, to my understanding, they closed one of their gates for security reasons because of theft. And out of nowhere, he's just like, it's because of Biden and these fucking Democrats.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then he just left, and I was like, okay, what do I
need
do with this
Stu on here.
information?
Well, that's like, although one thing led to another story that your dad always, tell us one thing led to another story. Just
Like one. So, December 7, 1941, Japanese bomb sneak attack on Pearl Harbor, and my slipper's broken. And one thing led to another. I have no flip flops. My last pair.
It's a chain. It's just a chain of events that leads up to broken flip flops. You see how this is.
This guy walked in, said it was a Biden's fault, and then walked out.
Yeah, he didn't even he didn't even browse the store.
This sounds like a comedic routine. He just walked
know.
in and and he just walked out. Like,
He just needs to say that. Get us off his chest.
Probably he just came in with his dog, said that, and left. And then 30 minutes later, this dude probably on crack came in tweaking.
was it Joe Biden's son?
Could have been, Who knows?
Was he naked?
No, but he was,
Oh, then it probably wasn't.
Did he have a
Joe.
laptop and an illegal gun?
I don't know.
Probably wasn't Hunter Biden then. Okay.
But I didn't think much of it because I wasn't really paying attention. But when he started walking around the store, he was just like talking to himself, and he was like all jittery. And my manager just like, hey, are you finding everything okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. And then we're just like, okay. Just left him alone. We probably took some shoes.
I really want these shoes. You sure you don't have any in the back?
I felt like if you had flipped the switch and got the strobe light going like this, he would have been like, you guys could have partied down right in the middle of the store.
What you're describing, Allie, definitely sounds like somebody tweaking. They can't control.
Yeah, that's not the first time that's happened.
So you should invite him to the podcast.
Yeah.
Freaking microphones are getting knocked over and shit. The fuck, dude? You got Parkinson's? What the hell's going on here? So that's pretty. Well, that's what happens when you work in retail stores and you're in the mall, right?
Yeah. So I mean.
So I mean, people just go into the mall to walk through it, and they're not stopping to even buy shoes. They're just,
I know, but I was like, okay.
You know what you should do? Start dressing and acting like Al Bundy.
I don't know who that is.
What? That's my real father figure.
Al, introduce her to Married with Children. I know
to.
it's just a bunch of crackers and shit on there, but
I'm trying to.
I don't.
Oh
think
my God! It's the greatest American sitcom. I swear.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. My dad used to laugh hilariously, and my dad doesn't watch new shit. He's always watching old stuff. He's like, "Hey, tonight's movie night, kids. You want to watch West Side Story?" And it's like, no, I don't. So, so he'll go. He would, that was new when it was new. He would actually watch it. And I'm like, what does he find hilarious about this show? Like, it's funny, yeah, but I mean, it's like any other.
It's freaking hilarious.
It's any other sitcom, and I never understood half the crap in there until I became Al Bundy myself. Until I became the dad with all
with the wife and all that. Yeah.
Well, it feels like you're handing out
Not
money
tonight,
to everybody.
Peg.
You're handing out money to everybody. You're freaking, you're getting your nuts kicked in every day.
Respect.
No respect. And so then I totally understood.
That show wouldn't survive. With the shoe store scenes, that show would
And-
not survive.
And I understand why my dad thought it was so hilarious at the time. So anyway.
With these plus size
look up
women
Married with Children.
going in there trying to try on the shoes.
It's stupid. It's a stupid sitcom.
The insult.
Or the interaction with him and the neighbor,
Marcy.
Marcy. Oh my God.
Always referring to her as a little boy.
Little chicken. Yeah. He's talking about his day at work.
Why does he keep calling me a chicken?
Do I look like a chicken?
So if my son is watching this, he always says, "Oh, this is a bunch of old heads talking about old shit all the time." Yes, it is, son, but you should check it out.
Yeah, back when, there was more wisdom in the world. Let's say that. So
Yeah, Al Bundy did spread some wisdom.
Someone tried to get them canceled.
so much so that's why I got a Dodge
back in the
Dart.
day. Do you know that?
They try to get the Simpsons canceled too.
Married with Children. Someone, this woman was so offended by it that
Of course, it was a woman.
she called. She called the sponsors to get that show canceled, but everyone just ignored her. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but
because-
the whole Bart Simpson thing too, where they tried to say that.
Oh
was,
yeah,
but I mean, those shows had great ratings in those times.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's when Fox first got going.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
That's when they first. What was it? Gary Shandling,
they took the risk. Yeah, and Tracy Ullman show.
Tracy Ullman show.
That's where the Simpsons started.
Yeah,
on the
I
Tracy
remember. I
Ullman
used to
show.
watch that.
I remember. I would look forward to when Tracy Ullman's skits were boring. Be like, come on, I want to watch more Simpsons.
Yeah,
Because they would always be at the beginning and the end of the commercial time. So.
like 5 minute segments or something.
Yeah.
Little Simpson shorts.
God, we're old. My son is right.
We are.
Just a bunch of old heads
But
talking
just
about.
tell
old
them what
stuff.
my dad used to tell me. Just look him dead in the eye and go, your turn's coming, Slick. So
Yep.
that's what my dad was saying.
Make
and,
fun of me now while it's your turn, and eventually you'll be the one on the other end of that shit.
Yeah. My dad, I learned over years, is he was right. It's now my turn.
That's right. You were a piece of shit.
Well,
He was right.
my son gives me shit now. I mean, not terribly often, but
Your son says you're a piece of shit too?
no, he doesn't say that. He would never say
he
that. to me. He
feels
loves
it
me
though
too
in his
much.
heart. He's like,
No, he
trying
loves,
not to be like that old man.
he loves me too much. So
That's pity love.
we've got a great relationship. So, but yeah, just tell them your turn's coming, Slick.
It is. It is.
It's inevitable. Everyone's going to go through it. You're going to be an old lady one day. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Trying to cancel TV shows.
Yeah.
I always said I couldn't wait. When I was younger, I was like, when I was younger, like everyone with their tattoos and their, and I listened to hip hop. So growing up, I'm like, it's going to be crazy when these 50-year-old guys are listening to Tupac driving down the street. Well, we're here. We're here.
You know what's funny? Tanya watches this YouTube channel. It's all about sewing and stuff like that. This woman looks old. And she talks about how she likes to listen to like Biggie and Tupac and stuff.
That's
like
oldies
these
now.
Are like those are like oldies now. And I'm like, oh shit.
We were talking about the other day at my work.
We're old, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Like we were talking about that at work the other day. Like when I was growing up, when I was a kid, 50s and 60s music was oldies when you had the oldie station on.
Right.
And my dad would jam out. And I actually liked listening to that music when I was,
Yeah, my folks
feel
always
good
had
music.
it playing in the
But now
house.
you put it on, it's like literally 90s music, rock bands, some hip hop on there.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, that's
classic
classic rock.
That's classic rock now.
Even some of the stuff from 2000 is in that mix.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you got to figure in the 80s, which I'm talking about,
Got Beastie
60s was only
Boys.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Feels
20
like 20
20
minutes.
years.
20 years before
Slim
that.
Shadys on the classic channel.
Yeah, talking about killing his mom.
Well, when you put it in that perspective, Justin, I mean, you think about how much music had fast forwarded in just 20 years. We went from like doo-wop shit and freaking acapella stuff to like hair bands and metal and Michael
Or Al's
Jackson.
over here. I'm the Slim Shadiest. I'm the Slim Shady. All the other
Please
Slim
stand up.
Shaders are just
Please stand
imitating. With your old man dance. That boy's good. That boy's good. Mhm.
Silly shit.
That
All right.
MM boy.
All right, Allie, what do you got for a story? Please bring us back home.
Help us.
Mute- Can you mute Mike's mic real quick?
All right.
No, I am the host.
It doesn't mean you contribute. Go ahead, Allie. Go
I'm
ahead.
driving the show. Shut up. Quit fucking interrupting.
So this is from the Gazette. Says Denver lays claim to the invention of the cheeseburger. The trademark for the name cheeseburger was awarded on March 5th, 1935 to Lewis
Cheeseburger.
Wallace. His Humpty Dumpty restaurant at 2776 North Spear Boulevard is pictured. It's now a key bank.
Cheeseburger.
Well, it couldn't have been very good burgers if he's not in business anymore.
So just
McDonald's?
the cheeseburger?
Huh.
Is there more to this story?
It's like a compilation of like facts in Colorado, I guess.
So is it just the cheeseburger or the hamburger? Because I
Whoa,
feel like
wait a
the
minute.
hamburger was invented actually, I think, I'm going to be off on this. I feel like it was Germany or somewhere, and it was a way to cook up the scraps of the meat. And they used the bread so they could hold on to it.
Wasn't it like during a poker game or a gambling situation
Oh,
or
that was
something?
the Earl of Sandwich. That's why it's called a sandwich. You don't want to get his hands dirty.
Was it a hamburger
Yeah.
from Hamburg,
Oh, so
Germany?
that's where sandwiches came from.
So yeah, he has to have the piece of meat put between two pieces of bread.
So we just throw some extra shit on it, like, oh look, I invented the bacon cheeseburger. Like all of a sudden you threw something extra on there.
Yeah, we should
Well,
invent
what-
it.
Oh look, I threw a F and egg on there.
Think of it this way,
it's
though.
a breakfast
Like,
cheeseburger.
describe a Philly cheesesteak to me?
It's in Philadelphia.
What?
And then, well,
Okay.
just chopped steak
Chopstick,
with cheese,
some kind of
onions,
peppers, possibly
Yeah.
mushrooms.
On what kind of bread?
like
on a-
French.
Toasted, not toasted?
I think they put it on the grill upside down a lot of times.
Yeah, it's so toasted.
So a cheesesteak is with Cheese Whiz and
Oh, yep.
on steamed bread. That's a real Philly cheesesteak. But here in the more western states, we put like provolone, shit like that, peppers, sometimes mushrooms, shit like that in there.
Green Philly chili, man.
In fact, the best Philly cheesesteak that I ever had mayonnaise on it. It was freaking delicious.
It's probably good.
Where was this at?
Made it extra creamy.
What was it in Philly?
This is in Nebraska.
No, I've never had an authentic Philly cheesesteak. But I'm just saying, but you look at it, so who lays claim to the Philly cheesesteak? Well, obviously Philadelphia, but there's so many different spins.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of gray area there because they're called French fries, but the French didn't invent them.
Well, it was like when the Hawaiians came up with pizza, the Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, stop.
They're like, let's throw some pineapple and ham on here.
No,
I think they claim to have made the first pizza.
Okay.
That Italian
The first pizza was
venturers traveled through Hawaii.
the first pizza wasn't made by Italians.
Columbus
Vespucci or Columbus or one of those guys
discovered Hawaii.
went through Hawaii and they're like picked up this pizza
And they're
recipe.
like,
I don't
look,
think
there's
that's it.
Indians here too.
They have spices
These are
and they
like-
have pemmican or whatever that is. What is it?
I don't know what the fuck
What?
it is.
What is the meat?
Pelicans?
What is the meat? Salted meats? Pemmican? Is that what it is? I forget
But-
what the name of it is.
But I thought it was like the
Pellicula?
French or something like that actually invented the pizza. It wasn't Italian initially.
It was the French.
I think. We'll have to look at the history of this. But to challenge this guy saying that it's the first burger, I'm like, okay.
Cheeseburger. No Coke, Pepsi. Cheeseburger. You don't SNL skit? No. Okay. Never mind. Fucking out on a limb here. Fucker.
Is that from the Samurai?
So that was
series?
you said
It was
1935.
Belushi.
Yeah.
Okay, McDonald's didn't start until 1940 because I was going to say, what about McDonald's? But obviously it came. McDonald's copied this dude.
So what is older, McDonald's or In-N-Out? You're a California native, without looking it up. Well, you can look it up. Just to verify.
I would guess In and
You
Out.
say California native, but I didn't see an In-N-Out burger until I was an adult.
Yeah, because
I grew up in
That's
California.
probably mom and pops.
you weren't.
But I
looking.
was in Northern California. There was when I moved in.
Because you're a liar and you're not from California.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I'm
no.
saying.
In the South Bay area, there was freaking nothing when we moved there. There was nothing. This was before the Silicon Valley boom and all that shit. There was nothing there, and I didn't see an In-N-Out until I saw one in Dublin, California. Probably after I got out of the military, which is after 1999.
Yeah.
So what Mike's saying is when he was a child, L.A. was farms.
No, you know what we had in Fremont? We had Bob's Giant Burgers, and it was a stand.
Oh, I remember that.
and there
Yeah.
was no
They had a TV show about that.
freaking inside seating. There were just benches outside, or you take it to go. And those were some fucking good burgers, dude.
All right, Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Giant Burgers, not Bob's Big Boy. This was a local thing,
Okay.
Is that kind of like McDowell's?
but it was over there in the Irvington district by Five Corners.
We're not Big Boy.
really
we're
freaking good.
Giant Burgers.
Well, no, it's. I don't think it was even a spin-off of the Bob's Big Boy.
What does he say in that
I never-
McDowell's? We're not all beef patties where, and he goes into the spiel of.
I never had a Bob's Big Boy burger either.
I love that place.
I've never had a Whataburger either.
I've never had a
Oh.
Whataburger's overrated, in my opinion. The
Is it
I've eaten it,
overrated like Five Guys overrated?
not. I would actually eat Five Guys over that.
Oh,
I bet you would.
we got Freddy's coming to town here, or that's open now down here.
Well, we got
the
Freddy's.
custard, frozen
yeah, there's
custard.
Freddy's.
Freddy's
in
is pretty good. It's kind of like along those lines of the
It's like a
In-N-Out.
smash burger, right?
I
Yeah.
think
They
Freddy's makes
smash
an
it.
all right burger, but I think Five Guys, it's not a bad burger. It's just terribly expensive.
It's fresh. I like the fries. I mean,
Yeah.
you know it's fresh.
Well, I like Freddy's fries because they're those shoestring.
I went to
fries.
Whataburger when I traveled through Texas to go see a buddy, and I was hugely disappointed at what I was expecting with all the talk. I was like,
It just tastes like Burger King to me.
it's a burger. It's a
Well,
burger.
Oh, Burger
just,
King.
One just opened up.
Burger
by my
King
house.
has limited time, and I think they only do this for October, every October because of Halloween. Is the spicy Whopper burger?
Oh yeah.
Shit, let's go.
Oh, fucking you guys, bring me one back, please. Try not to eat them all.
Limited. Let's go.
We got to go now. We should try that next week.
The Hawaiian burger?
The Kahuna, the big Kahuna burger.
Got jalapeno. I think it's got queso cheese sauce in it. It's got like ghost pepper something.
For some reason,
in
that
it.
doesn't sound appetizing. Like a regular Whopper on occasion is
dude,
really good.
Review bro reviewed it, and he said it was good.
Shit.
I think I had that before. Actually, it was really good.
It's got an orange bun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I heard they're pretty freaking.
I mean, it wasn't as spicy as I was expecting it to be, but it's pretty spicy.
Yeah, got a good little.
Well, I guess we're taking a break
kick.
here. We're gonna get some spicy whoppers.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Do that. We'll be right back thing they
We'll be
used to
right
do on
back.
television.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Well, shit. All right.
So
I'll keep that in mind.
We're gonna do that and have some spicy noodles all in one sitting next week
Oh
a little
God.
burger tangent
for Halloween.
So, what are your thoughts on this guy that says he invented the cheeseburger, Allie?
I mean, it could be true, but also like
I actually
I've never
invented it.
heard.
The year was 1934.
No
And
way.
I had a hamburger, and I'm like, if I put cheese on it, it'd probably be pretty good.
You just didn't document it.
I just didn't document it, but it did happen.
You know what?
I think you recorded it on
You
your
know
phone, though, right?
I'm 99% sure.
And then the next morning, I reheated it in the microwave.
So I have a real brief kind of take on this. So when I'm cooking burgers on my grill, the ones that I slightly overcook or maybe burn a little bit, I put cheese on. My guess is he was burning the shit out of his burgers. Like, hey, I can still sell these if I put a covering on them. What do I got?
You know what my wife's grandpa used to put cheese on apple pie?
Yeah. I heard
Had
it.
it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What?
It's sweet and savory.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese? Like cheddar?
Yeah.
American or cheddar?
Sharp cheddar.
Now,
But-
ice cream on apple pie is good.
Well,
Oh,
a
but
la
that's
mode.
just, but I
Caramel on apple pie is good.
I think what it is it's the sweet and savory mixed
Yeah.
together.
It's like when people dip their fries in the Frosties.
Mm.
Yeah. I dip fries in mayonnaise.
Ew.
Weirdo.
It's good.
Actually, that's what they served in Netherlands. It's like mayo
Yeah, I
with
think
the
even
fries.
But I use
in parts of
Japan-
Europe, they
Yeah.
do a lot
I use
of mayo.
Japanese mayo because it comes in a good squeeze bottle. I do. I buy the Japanese mayonnaise because I think it's probably got less garbage in it and it's tasty.
Yeah,
It's like halfway
lighter.
between Miracle Whip and mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
there's a
it's-
little
You know
bit.
what
It's
I
a
see a
lot
lot of
lighter.
people do now is the ketchup. I think it's ketchup and ranch mixed together, or ketchup and mayo, like they for fries and different things.
I think like Hayden sells that stuff.
I
I've
think
seen
they do.
ranch and stuff.
I
Like
think they
ketchup
do.
ranch.
They have a mayo and
because ranch is
sriracha.
the new ketchup now. People use that like
I mean, I do.
crazy.
Sriracha went out of business
They're
or they got sold.
they have a chili pepper shortage.
They're not.
When
they're
are
not
they
in
coming out with a
Walmart,
new
they're not in
album?
Safeway.
Yeah,
they're not anywhere.
You can get them on Amazon though.
You get these knockoff ones and they
Yeah.
don't taste right.
Well, because
The recipe's different.
they kind of fucked up in my eyes because they had this business agreement with this farmer that was exclusive just sold to Sriracha, and for whatever reason, their Sriracha did not want to deal with them anymore, and so they're looking for other places for the chili peppers, and they can't get any. So
Oh,
that's
I see.
it's a shortage. If you look on Amazon, there you can get them on there, and the prices used to be outrageous.
So there's a pepper shortage.
It used to be already. I mean, they're talking like $100 for a bottle or something like that. But it went back down, so it's like whatever.
I have some 3.5-year-old sriracha in my fridge. If you guys want to buy it for $50 right now.
Thanks a lot, Obama. All right. So, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's just a
We got
shortage.
anything more? Any more discussion on sauces, burgers, cheeseburgers? Should we head to the next stop?
I would like to know, and I think that's for discussion maybe later, I guess, because it's not like we have like the internet available or anything like that.
Oh, dude.
When
It's
was the hamburger invented
1991
versus
right
the cheeseburger? Was this guy just mooching off of somebody else's invention? You know what I mean? Like,
now. Okay, let's see.
like I feel like the hamburger was way before that.
Hold on. I'm going to start. Who invented the hamburger?
It's got to be some German immigrants.
Probably from Hamburg. Isn't that where from Hamburger, Germany?
Yeah.
Hamburg.
That's probably what they did there.
And is the Hamburglar the same thing as hamburger? Is that named after that? I don't know. What
I
that's
think so. It's like the buffalo wings, right?
named
named-
after the Bills.
Named after the
Buffalo Bill.
bisons.
Buffalo
they cut
Bill.
the wings off the bisons and sell them.
So one of the earliest, well, first of all, Louis Lassen, according to legend, Lassen invented the burger in 1900 at a small restaurant in New Haven, Connecticut. But then this next story says one of the earliest recorded examples of what resembles a modern day hamburger came courtesy of Charlie Negreen or Hamburger Charlie at the Origami.
He's Japanese.
Was Japanese. Hey, hamburger.
I
don't know where the rest of the.
I thought it was like German based because they used the scraps and ground them up to make hamburger type meat.
That's stupid, Justin.
That's why it's called hamburger. I might be wrong.
That doesn't make any sense.
I make up my own facts all the time.
Okay, so in 1758, English cookbook author Hannah Glass wrote a recipe. They didn't let women write back then.
They couldn't.
Hannah Glass wrote a recipe for a minced beef dish called Hamburg sausage, which she served on toasted bread. Back in those days, a condiment called catsup was used as a condiment for the sandwich. And by the Victorian era, it had become known as ketchup, as pickling was a popular method of preserving food. Cucumbers were also added, blah, 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 blah.
That's a good topic right there. What is the difference between the CATSUP, because you sell it, and the KET?
So here's hamburger. One of the earliest recorded examples resembles a modern day hamburger, came courtesy of Charlie Negreen or Hamburger Charlie at the Origami County Fair in Wisconsin in 1885. Legend has it that he placed the pork meatballs he'd come to sell between slices of bread so people would eat them while walking around the park, reportedly calling them hamburgers to appeal the German immigrant populace. So you could be right. This dude might have just bit off of whoever invented the hamburger. Is like, hey, it's not a hamburger, it's a cheeseburger.
It's fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Who made the chili cheeseburger?
Right.
Yeah.
Who made that?
Who made the sunshine burger? You know, who thought to put an egg on a freaking burger?
Yeah.
You know, which is delish.
Yes.
So, as the kids would say,
they're like, you can't eat a hamburger for breakfast. And he was like, oh, yeah, watch this.
Watch this.
Put an egg on it, like, look, it's a breakfast sandwich. And then he was eating it.
Yeah. No, it's delish, as the kids would say, because they only use partial words now. So, but anyway, like, it's sus. It's really sus that guy created the cheeseburger.
It's sus. He created the burg. The cheeseburger.
What do the kids mean when they say the D?
Dumplings.
Like when they say Justin likes the D.
Are they from Denver? What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. Justin likes the D.
Tenacious D.
She wants the D. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Defense, you know. Defense.
Oh, she's a big football fan.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Defense.
It's cock blocking.
Is that where you're keeping the chickens from going out of the yard?
What's cop blocking?
When you're keeping the chickens in the yard, you're cop blocking.
When you lock the cop?
The rabbit.
Lock them up?
Rabbit fence.
Cop blocking.
You can't, you keep them in a coop. You know?
I bet Greg knows.
Yeah. What's cop locking? Anyway. All right, cool. Who's got another story?
Sorry.
Justin,
we're moving on?
Well, we can move on. We're only halfway through the show.
Which one would you like to talk about? I had like 37 of them.
Hold on to your seat, folks. The best is yet to come.
Is it
literally
good? Is it good?
What, the story?
Your topic, yeah.
It's not. But it'll be some good conversation because yeah, it's not good. Let's just skip it. Just kidding. I worry. Now I'm like worried because I want to impress Greg every time I bring one up.
Well, no, what
He's
we got to
critical of everything I do.
No, what we got to do is take your story and then have a debate about it.
Okay.
Oh, so now someone has to take the other side.
I'll take the other
side.
Devil's advocate.
I'll be a devil's advocate.
Okay.
Okay, so the headline is Aussie Brawl.
Aussie Brawl?
Man fights kangaroo, saves his dog from being drowned. I don't know. I hope this impresses Greg because I'm really nervous right now. Here we go, Greg.
Don't be a bitch. Come on.
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. My reading
You
isn't
know how to read?
No, I don't.
I thought you just look at the pictures and make up the
got you,
story.
Justin. I got you.
I can have Google read it.
I got you.
AI read it. A man in Australia was forced to put up his dukes against a buff kangaroo that was holding his dog hostage, catching the whole thing on camera. The Down Under beatdown took place between the Roo and Mildura resident Mick Maloney, who took a swing.
Stuff.
Who took a swing at the animal and got knocked in return. His camera took a tumble into the water, and his dog was safe from the scary situation. Mick told ABC Radio Melbourne Afternoons he was stretching near the river over the weekend when he noticed his pup, Hachi, was nowhere to be found. He soon found his answer, though, first noticing the kangaroo staring at him in the river when his dog came up from the water, yelping as water gushed out of his mouth. Mick claims Hachi was in a headlock and knew he had to go save his doggo. But admitted the kangaroo looked jacked, adding, I was like, this thing just got out of jail or something. He says it was pretty strong, but he slapped the marsupial across the head and got into a tussle in the water. Mick admits it looked like it was going to kick him too, but he splashed some water in his face while he bolted to the shore where the dog was safe.
What kind of dog was it?
By the way, Mick was a mixed martial arts and Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor, but claims people are already asking him when he's going to start teaching Roo-jitsu.
Listen.
I didn't know this would go over so well.
He, obviously how did he know the kangaroo knew jiu-jitsu?
He didn't, but he in the other story, on the similar, it just basically says
wait.
He felt like his jiu-jitsu was no match for whatever the kangaroo was going to do. It wouldn't have mattered.
What kind of dog was it?
Let me see. Ineffective. It reported that Maloney's martial arts training was ineffective against the kangaroo, but it eventually let go of Hachi. Let me see.
So why didn't he teach his dog jiu-jitsu? Then he wouldn't have to fight off the kangaroo.
I saw the video for it. They were like Akitas, the dogs were.
Yeah, I think so when I saw them.
What an Akita can't fight for itself? Really? Dude, I would let the kangaroo kill that dog out of general principle. Like, if you can't beat a kangaroo, you're not going to be able to guard me.
So I'm guessing you would feel the same way if one was your child. Like, hey, if you're not going to make it.
Dude, if my child was, could kick some ass. Yeah, exactly.
Yelling, sweep the legs.
So is this like,
sweep the legs.
Was it in Japan? They used to throw their kids in the water, and if they could swim, they'd survive?
Dude, Akitas
was all over.
Akitas are so aggressive that if you have one, you have to report it to your insurance company.
Because they're curly tails?
Yeah, sure. No, because they can be aggressive.
My friend had one when I was a kid.
So what was wrong with the dog? How come it couldn't bite the fucking kangaroo?
Because if you see the picture, it was like mounting him from. It was like looked like it was riding him, and it was
doggy style.
Yeah.
And a dog couldn't get out of that. I mean, I know the kangaroos are strong, but dogs are strong.
Maloney teaches dog jiu-jitsu. That's he fucked up right there. He has all this MMA training, didn't teach the dog.
Exactly. So
wait. You're supposed to be taking the other side of this, Mike.
That's what I'm saying. I am. So
all I know is I saw the video.
I'm not sitting there going, this guy's a hero.
I saw the video, and he did kind of get a little bitch slap on him, and then the thing hit back, and you see the camera in the water, and then that guy runs like a scared pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. He's like, fuck it, you can have the dog.
No, the dog was free by then.
Oh.
And the kangaroo was literally standing there like.
So the dog was free
in the water, waist deep in the water, like, oh, fuck. What did
the dog do? Run away?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an Akita. Why didn't it go freaking attack? I mean, it just needs to jump up and latch onto one of the freaking arms of the kangaroo or something.
It didn't like being wet. Dogs don't like getting wet. And the fact that he couldn't breathe. You
No,
didn't like that
I'm
part.
sorry. I'm not on the dog's side in this. It sounds like the dog was the biggest.
In
puss
one of the
out
articles
them
I
all.
read about it, that's a normal place they go for a walk or run, and the dogs are usually in and out of the water consistently.
Oh, so it wasn't on a leash.
Whatever.
Fucking Maloney.
Right.
The kangaroo was
Right.
right. Yeah, the kangaroo was freaking policing the area. Like, how come this dog's not on a leash?
You never watched that dog trainer show where he puts his hands over, looks like teeth on the neck? That's probably what the kangaroo was doing, and the dog was like,
Defeated. Dude, I would be just as disappointed if that was a German Shepherd.
You know, you're supposed. So if you get bitten by a dog, well, I mean, of course, it depends on the breed, but a lot of them, you know, the bigger dogs, they'll clamp down on you.
And lock.
You have to force, if it has your arm or something, you have to go inwards. You basically have to go towards the throat.
it's kind of like snake fangs. You have to, because they curve.
Well,
I just pull a pocket knife and start
further,
stabbing the dog.
further back you go, it's kind of like a gag reflex.
Well, no, I know. When the
How
dog,
do you know dogs have gag reflexes?
when your dog
I know.
bites on something like it shouldn't have, like a chicken bone or something, and yeah, you put your finger down the side of their
Yeah.
cheek to the back of their jaw and force your finger past all their teeth, force your finger in their jaw, and their jaw opens right up.
Yeah.
So I guess I've never really paid attention near water, but I don't know that I've ever seen in real life or video or anywhere else that a dog is aggressive in water. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have, leverage.
It's typical medium that I would fight in.
Yeah. Now, I don't know that that's the case.
I suppose you're right. You don't see dogs.
Same in Hawaii.
Yeah,
They're always in the water and they're
and fighting people.
Sharks? Do they
They'll
fight sharks?
Yeah.
Swim under and bite people's ankles.
They go after the tourists. Because
All-
tourists, they don't know how to swim.
Frickin'
Because they're
Howies.
trained to go after tourists.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm not taking the dog's side on this.
Yeah. Fuck
Right.
Maloney.
Yeah.
Didn't have the dog on a leash. Didn't train the dog in jiu-jitsu to defend himself.
Exactly.
And
I
he
mean,
took-
I bet Iris knows jujitsu.
yeah, Allison trained him.
I think I can't
She's
guarantee
like a
it, but
purple belt.
Al is gonna probably put the picture of the kangaroo standing there all jacked.
I'm not putting any fucking picture in
Right
this thing.
here.
No.
right here.
No.
He looked pissed.
No.
And he looked like he could have rolled on the
No,
mat and
no.
not injured any of Mike's walls in his role because he's trained professionally.
That kangaroo was probably at least a brown belt.
Have you ever watched
to
Kangaroo
see.
Jack, the movie?
No.
No. Must have been a quality movie.
It wasn't, but it was a kid made for kid movie.
Maybe that's why we haven't watched it.
Oh my gosh. Go watch Kangaroo Jack.
Whatever.
And when you're done, watch Real Men.
What's the next story? Just fucking this one's
What'd you bring, Mike?
nothing. Nothing. I bring nothing to the table.
Oh, I'm
Unless you
tired.
want to talk about.
I am so tired of you going, oh, it's my mom's house. That's all I need to bring.
Well,
My topics are serious. You want to talk about how our freaking representatives on 20 people did not vote. They voted for anything other than Jeffries or Jordan today. And what party were all those 20 people affiliated with? The Republican Party. So once again, they can't get their fucking shit together. So they all said Scalise or
Scalise dropped out.
they said Scalise or they said McCarthy. And guess who Scalise and McCarthy voted for? Jordan. So anyway.
So could that be considered like a delegate?
So this goes out to many of them to include
Oh, notes. Notes are coming out.
Lota, Kiggins, Lawler, Rutherford, Simpson, Wallace. I forgot Barakis or Bill Arakis, LaMalfa, and John Jones. If any of those are your representatives, vote them the fuck out. Do your job or you're fucking fired. It's really simple. You're intentionally throwing away a vote. We can all see it.
Is this an official Mike's rant?
No, yeah, probably. Because I'm sick of these fuckers on Capitol Hill that
Mike's
don't do their
rant.
job.
Mike's rant.
He's mad.
He says it because he
Listen,
And to
can.
boot, if
Mike's
you're over
rant.
65,
Okay.
Rant.
if you're over 65 and you're up there on Capitol Hill,
That's
get the
Al
hell
and
out.
us. Al and I are over 65.
So that includes
ARP.
Barbara Lee, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters,
Dynamite.
Shut up.
ARP.
Maxine Waters, Henry Kohler, Get out. You're too fucking old. Get out. Done. 65, done.
Age discrimination.
No,
Mike.
it's not age discrimination. It's called brains in your head. Just like our current president doesn't have any left.
Brain discrimination, Mike.
Which, by the way, never did anything even when he did have an intact brain. So, undeserving.
Are you speaking about the original Biden or the one that replaced him?
Don't talk about the president like that. He's awesome.
I think you mean ex-vice president. So, because that's what I refer to.
Don't
him
be
as.
bashing our president. He's awesome.
He is the president. Some
one good
question. Some question whether he's duly elected, but he is our president.
Name one good duly elected my ass. Name one good thing that ex-vice president Biden has done.
I have one thing.
He's not racist.
I have one thing, and you guys are gonna get
the 1994
mad,
crime
and
bill.
I'm gonna get mad
21.
about this too. But I'm happy at the same time. My student loans are gone.
Are they?
Yep,
You're sure?
yep. I even got a refund check.
He didn't tell everyone
You're
to go.
sure about that?
Oh, I got a. Yeah, they were wiped out on the government site, on my payment site where I go, the one that owns
How
them.
much did you owe?
About $39K left.
Really? And they wiped
And
it?
I got about back of what I had paid so far. Does that piss you off? It really pisses
You got
me off.
$8 back?
No, I said
want $8.
I claimed to live in Ukraine, and it was $1 trillion.
I want $8.
$8 trillion.
$8 trillion back.
Drop in the bucket, buddy.
$8 billion. I'm sorry, billion.
Yeah, $8 billion.
Yeah, I was even though I'm personally happy, I don't agree with the whole situation. But it's kind of like food stamps. Like, I mean, I don't, if you need them, but I'm not going to take advantage. But if you're going to just give them away.
I thought student loans were supposed to resume here this month or next month.
They did, but
Yeah.
mine got paid off right around that time. Just so you're aware.
Well, so you're aware, I haven't seen a bill yet. So
Just so
till
you're
I see a
aware.
bill.
So you're aware. I do have to pay $1,900, which I'm upset about, but I will pay it.
See, he is
So
good.
thank you, Mr. Biden.
Biden is good.
All right.
He knows that the Google company has not been doing us right on this. They've stifled our income. And so he's like, you know what? I need to do right by
telling
this guy.
you, it's not good for the American people.
he
or
did
the
it.
No, it's not.
economy.
But my kids are going to pay it back. That's fine. They're ungrateful bastards anyway. So,
God knows it costs at least twice that to raise them. One of them. Well, probably 3 times, 4 times nowadays. What did they say? I think when I was raising, or probably when Allie was young or something, they said it was like $250,000 to raise a kid, something like that.
yeah, that's flawed. Though I think it's flawed. Just like
Well, back then, but now it's probably like
the
a half
child
million.
support.
Yeah.
They figure, they take into account housing and all that stuff. But I think there's a flaw in that system. Like they're assuming they're making big assumptions about housing and utilities, like that other person wouldn't already have to pay for some goddamn heat. So they're allotting a certain amount. I'm not arguing the system, and I get it, but there's certain maths in there. Have you ever seen this shitty math they do for? Oh, if you took sorry, women, but if you put all the jobs that mothers did and put them on paper, they would make $500,000, whatever that goddamn number is. Like, I do the cooking and the cleaning. Is like, I do the laundry. I do the watching the kids, the babysitting. I do the.
I bend over at the waist to put DVDs into DVD players.
I'm a taxi driver. This is
That's
like
Bill Burwitz.
this is like.
I thought roofing in August as a redhead was bad, but no.
You ever watching Living Color when the Jamaicans are like, "Oh, you only got one job, man. You're so lazy. I cleaned the house. I did, they go into like they have 10 jobs each. You're lazy, man."
Yeah, anyway, so our system's fucked there.
So thank you, Mr. Biden. I appreciate
The
you.
good news is Jeffries didn't win. Jeffries won the most votes. However, it was not enough to elect him. So we still have no speaker. Case in point, they're not doing their freaking job.
Yeah.
So
We can't get nothing passed.
You had 20 Republicans go. I
feel like it's strategic. Now they don't have to worry about getting anything done for Biden, which they weren't doing already. Now they have an excuse. So,
well,
Biden inherited all these problems.
oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, cool story.
he
bro.
did. Just like, you know what? Obama inherited all of Bush's problems.
We can blame Washington for all this shit. Just keep passing down.
You
to
think
the
we're
next
still
president.
reeling from that Redskins name?
I think
Is that
so.
what you're saying?
We're still in debt. We're still in debt from that war.
In debt
which one?
or depth?
Debt.
Depp.
Which war? The war on drugs?
The revolutionary.
We're still in deaf.
We're still in debt.
Okay.
Debt.
Don't pick on your dad. English is his
Stop
second
it.
language.
Stop
That's
it.
right.
Brought you into this world. I can take you out.
You haven't done it
I
yet.
think her mom
Yet.
brought her into the world, but you know,
No.
oh, unless you got one of those anal babies, but I don't think she was
Oh,
one of those.
what? You know what?
Okay.
Al,
You
you
know what I'm
couldn't take
talking
her
about?
out of this
Yeah.
world. You couldn't take her out of this world as she was converted into a zombie and coming after to kill you.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
too pussy when it
Yeah.
comes to her.
I know jujitsu.
So yeah, you didn't bring her into the world.
See?
I know
Look,
jujitsu.
fight, 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 fight.
What belt are you, Allie?
I think I stopped at like a purple belt.
And your dad says he's like only a white belt, so I want to see you whoop his ass.
I mean, he's old and creaky, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fragile.
Well, he's a power lifter. They're not that flexible,
Yeah, I know.
so there's that too going for you. So anyway,
Yeah, she can kill you.
well, I no doubt. I'm not the one
See.
challenging her. I'm trying to get
Yeah,
you to challenge her.
That's why I'm sitting all the way over here. You know
No,
this?
no one can change an orange belt like this guy can change an orange belt, so I wouldn't mess with him. I've seen him in action. Sorry, that was a work
I can
reference.
bleed all over you. That's how badass I am.
Is that like that raging ball of fury that I get into? AKA fetal position?
That or that one meme where the guys, it's like someone breaks into the house, jiu-jitsu guys be like, there's a guy just on his back.
Oh, waiting for them to come at him.
Get into a fight, you just automatically lay on your back.
Come on,
I'm ready for you. Come here.
come on.
Come on. Pulling guard.
Yeah.
This is so. I mean, I do have to say though. I mean, fucking jiu-jitsu is awesome. It's a good self-defense.
I want to get back into it, but hell, I don't even have time for the damn
Oh my
podcast
God,
anymore.
here we go. Mike went to 1.5 days of jiu-jitsu. He's like, man, I really
No, it's something I want to do, but there's only 20.
I really need to get back in.
I got it.
I'm really miss it.
He enters my space
Well,
and then
Maybe
suplex.
if my fat
Suplex.
fucking friend came over and helped me freaking
body slam, suplex.
finish doing the drainage so I didn't have to spend all summer doing that.
I put all that time in and I just feel like I'm missing out.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are only so many hours in the day. Yes or no? Yeah, exactly. So
the
when you're
same
trying
hours
to
as
get,
that gym you go to.
dude, there is no time
The
for
10 and a half hour fitness.
What have you been doing? You haven't been drinking. We got
I
all
haven't
this
even-
extra time.
Dude, I'm freaking digging drainage around my mom's shop, and I'm working on that. I got freaking 2 broken cars upstairs that I'm trying to repair.
The Civic's not your car.
Not the Civic.
Oh, 3 broken cars in upstairs.
Trying to get that nailed down.
And that
Study for
lawnmower
a
from Sears isn't a car either. You should have took that back years ago.
Study for a certification. I know I'm working like 10 hours in a day. Like, dude,
Oh.
you just run out of fucking
Whoa,
time.
whoa, whoa.
Dude, I saw, okay, kind of switching the channel up here, but I saw you put that urinal up.
I did.
So what
It's
if
functional.
what if there's women?
They have to bend over and make
Whoa,
it in the
whoa.
urinal.
They pee standing up now, too.
Yeah. How judgmental of
These
you.
new
Oh,
women
and I
just...
was gonna say, can you lower it a little bit for me? Oh, do I have to bring my step ladder?
Let's be clear. The women that Mike hangs out with can be standing up.
Yeah.
And technically, they all can. It's just a matter of the mess, you know.
Oh, they pee all over the toilet seat? Is that what
Well,
you're
I
saying?
mean, it's gonna run down their legs.
They can
and
straddle that thing.
They put one leg up here.
So
Okay.
no, they can make it work. They also have those pee things that women can
Those
use.
funnels. Or whatever
Essentially
they are.
pee funnels. Yeah, they kind of just fit on the
Oh,
vagina
look
in a
at
certain-
me. I'm a man.
I carry one in my
They can
trunk
so they can
for
stand up.
an oil funnel. I guess they could use that.
They could bend over and just get a good loft on it, and then maybe get a good arc on that stream, and it'll go right in the urinal. It's for when you're out there and you're drinking beer, and then once you get about 4 or 5 beers deep, and you break that seal, you're pissing every 5 minutes, so I don't have to run back and forth to the house.
So is this like a Home Depot bucket with a U shape cut in the front and just a hole in the bottom with a hose going outside of the...
The hose is tapped into the drain, the storm drain that I put in.
So it's really up high.
No. What the fuck are you talking?
No wonder Al wants you to lower it.
Dude, it's like 2 feet off the ground.
We need to change something because Greg is fucking starting to turn this off right now. We need to make
Greg.
this
No, we're
lively.
trying to create a debate here, but you guys, you're talking stupid. It's a freaking urinal. What do you want? It's a urinal in the shop because on the other side of the shop is a berm. And when the wind blows, that freaking wind just swirls around.
Stay with us, Greg. Stay with us, Greg.
The wind just swirls around and you get piss all over yourself. So I put a urinal inside the shop.
You put a urinal in the shop.
Cabbage fetch.
Urinal in the shop.
Lawnmower.
Look, y'all probably want one in your garage, but don't be jealous. It's all good.
Court 45.
I'm just going to come pee at your house
the
whenever I have to go.
you know how when you buy stuff on Amazon, they have a video to demonstrate it? Well, this thing actually shows like somebody who screwed it to a tree and then ran it over to a bush.
Really?
And I'm like, what the fuck is like? They just put it on the side of a building and then ran it down to the side,
that's amazing.
on the outside of the building. So yeah,
Does Greg ever come visit you? There's a reason.
Trump just went limp on you.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, he has a black one?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. If not, it's the size of one.
Fucking D Trump, man.
Okay.
Freaking
Oh, that's what the D
Don.
stands for.
The Don.
It's the D. John Trump.
I have a question. Did Greg comment anything to talk about in the...
He commented, but via text. Did you want me to read texts?
No, that doesn't do anything for our viewers.
I know, but it's kind of like
14 and 1/2 or whatever
kind
we
of
get
like
per
cruise in the
week.
comments. But here, he wanted some action. I'll give him action. I'll give him his 15 minutes of fame here.
Oh, because this is going to be 15 minutes of fame for him. He's really pathetic.
You could be good, but you can't.
It's like every woman tells me the same thing.
You can't be shy, and you guys need to have.
It's not you, it's me.
Do you guys want to hear what Craig
Yeah.
said?
I'm getting him starting to cry.
You
though.
could be good, but you can't be shy, and you guys need to have someone on there with a different opinion so you can do healthy debate. Because it will just make it better, and you can't have people just insulting people either. It's got to be you.
Why not?
That's the best part.
I guess we're
got to be,
shutting this down.
Have you
gotta
ever
be-
seen that insult comic dog? What's his name?
Hey, come on.
Triumph.
You asked for some. I'm telling you. Okay.
Okay. So
It's got to be backed by facts and data. So I'm sure it takes some
Oh, this is
research
fucking ridiculous. Greg, you're a bitch.
and
Again.
time, which I'm assuming
Yeah.
all of you have full-time jobs, and that may be hard to come by with the families and whatnot.
Greg,
He
yeah.
acts like he's paying for this fucking subscription. Jesus, Greg.
Yeah. And now I have mixed feelings about him.
Yeah. I know. And you were so ready to give him the pootie tang.
Oh.
And now you're like,
Okay.
I don't know, Greg kind of pissed me off.
Dinner first now.
You were like, I was going to give it to him. And then He insulted the podcast. It's just short of not washing his sack. I know.
So he asked if I like Jordan Peterson, if I watch the Sean Ryan show. He says, I have time throughout my day with my headphones on, so shoot me some podcasts that you like to listen to, please. My sister wrote, Mike likes Jordan Peterson, but not sure his buddies could comprehend.
Ouch.
Greg, and maybe you should tell your boyfriend that called me a bitch. I'll be bringing in some whiskey and mushrooms, and then we'll see who the bitch is. Laugh out loud. And then, yeah, anyway.
You know, I was really
I said, I put JP for sure, but when it comes to politics, the Young Turks is the only reliable source.
Yeah. I just want you to know, Mike, although I've never seen a picture or met her, I was really starting to dig your sister until she insulted us.
That was an insult.
She said that we wouldn't comprehend Jordan Peterson.
Have you read the 12 Rules for Life yet?
I've heard what they are.
It's a very good book.
I haven't read it, no. I can't read.
I know, and there's no pictures in it either, so you're
I can't comprehend.
What does comprehend mean?
I have looked at Jordan Peterson's daughter, though.
I don't understand.
Oh yeah, she's on her. She frequents his show, his podcast or whatnot.
Yeah.
They do duo stuff.
But yeah, I don't comprehend there. So
You know, I listened to the more manlier version of Jordan Peterson, which is Andrew Tate. Is Jordan Peterson with
steroids.
Like a
I
manly.
actually recently watched.
They say the same things. They say the same things.
I know. I recently watched Patrick Bet-David interview.
I like him.
Andrew Tate, and it was a really good interview. So it kind of loses me when he talks about the religion stuff, but other than that, I'm like 90%.
You know what's crazy about Patrick? What is his name? Patrick Bet-David or whatever.
Patrick Bet-David, yeah.
And maybe I don't know enough about him, but I know he's done a lot of like sports interviews and different things in his past. Like he did Kobe quite a few times. Like he didn't do the political stuff, so he was kind of mainstream, doing a lot of different other interviews before. And I've only recently seen him. Yeah, he seems pretty.
But he's a good interviewer in the sense of he'll let someone completely speak.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll say, "But don't you think?"
Not like here.
He doesn't take an authoritative stance per se, but you understand very well what he is. So anyone who doesn't know who Patrick Bet-David is, he grew up in Iran. They were Christians. He talks a lot about that, how they had to leave there.
They're refugees, basically.
Essentially, yeah. And then I think he started as an insurance salesman or something like that, and then started getting his businesses rolling. And then he's just proof that
he's a patriot. He loves this country.
He loves this country. Yeah, absolutely. And he's very concerned in the path we're on. But fantastic interviewer. And then on his show, I really like Vinny, because when Vinny gets spun up and his face, it just looks like that vein in his forehead's going to pop. But most of the time, 95% of the time, I agree with Vinny. So, I mean, as well, he's very brash sometimes, but he's right about a lot of stuff. But anyway, you can probably guess which way I politically lean. But if you've been a long time watcher of this show, you probably already know. So,
yeah, we know you were raised on the campus of Stanford University.
Actually, Berkeley, but close.
Same area.
UC Berkeley. Let's get Trump back in line here.
Anyway,
all right. Are we going to wrap this one up or what? We got more serious podcasts to do, folks. This is just our goof off one.
I don't like this one.
What?
I'm deleting it.
This one was phenomenal. Anyway, all right.
I feel like Greg ruined the vibe just by not even being here.
Yeah, fuck you, Greg.
Oh.
Damn right. Yeah, you go, girl. You go, girl.
Fuck
Greg.
Oh, okay. Please don't ever do that again.
Do the snap in the neck.
And Greg, if you try to come fight a young girl, fuck you. All right? Fuck you.
That's my daughter. That's my daughter.
God, you guys are brutal. Sorry, Greg. Sorry I ever brought your name into this.
She knows jiu-jitsu, Greg. She'll kill you. She will kill you.
Yeah, I'll fuck you up. Come at me, bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Greg. I'm sorry. Greg. Nice knowing you.
Sorry, I
Greg.
brought you into this, buddy. Didn't mean
Even
to.
though we haven't met.
So
you
your
guys
sister's
are
gonna be
probably freaking really like him.
your sister's gonna be a widower here soon. So let me know.
They're not married. I don't know if I brought this up.
Sinners.
They don't live together.
Oh, but
They date and then they
but-
they kiss, but then they part their
But
separate
they
ways.
lay-
Oh,
and
they
that's it.
only kiss.
they lay together.
Right, Greg. Right.
Hey, listen, I've talked to both of them separately. That's all they're doing. Sometimes they hold hands.
No way.
They hold more than
They
hands.
don't live in sin. Come on.
That would be ridiculous.
Just saying. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up, B.
All right. Love you, Greg.
All right.
Miss you,
Thanks for
Greg.
watching, guys.
Good night, Greg.
Miss you, Greg.
Peace out.
Do you want to upload now? Yes.
Oh yeah, he does do this when I walk in. He's like,
This video editing's a lot of work. I got to get paid more.
good Lord. Maybe you can turn on to a strobe light so we can have seizures during the podcast. Holy cow, that thing is bright.
Stop.
Fuck.
Good job.
Oh, fuck is Chinese. Oh, fuck is Irish.
What are you drinking, a bottle of NyQuil? What is that?
It's kombucha.
Gucci Gucci Scoo. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Say something. Good.
Wait a minute. The yellow cord is the one that doesn't work half the time.
Exactly.
Unless there's objections. You could bring it in and start you first. I don't give a fuck.
We can't make the dumbest person bring it in.
Okay, so you're out.
Yeah.
He thinks like we're going to be an informational have or something.
So to be have healthy debate, like especially about political type stuff, you have to have an idiot that believes the other side. Greg, are you available?
All right, we'll kick this off. 5, 4, 3, 2,